Thank you, Contest Master.
Contestant number 5, Akash B. Shetty. What's your title? What's your title, Akash B. Shetty?
The day I was born, my dad gave me my first title. It was a title passed down through generations, a title that defined who I was meant to be. He held me lovingly in his arms, looked at me and took a deep breath. Nurse, excuse me, are you sure this one is mine? Good morning, Contest Master, and thank you for asking me that question. What's your title? Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, is this a question that we haven't found an answer to? Ladies and gentlemen, you see, oftentimes in life, some titles are just given to you whether you like them or not. In my case, I had gotten the title Adopted. Growing up, my dad gave me many things: love, wisdom, and an existential crisis. Because every time we were in public, he would proudly introduce me and say, "This is my son, I think." And my sister constantly reminding me that I was picked up from a garbage dumpster didn't make me feel any better. I was annoyed by these constant taunts and this title of being adopted. So one day when my dad was watching the news, I decided to confront him. But let me tell you about this weird habit my dad has. He doesn't respond until I call him for the third time. I go up to him and I said, Dad, what is it, Akash? Dad, why do you think I'm adopted? No, son, I don't think you're adopted. You are adopted. Dad, I'm serious. I don't like it. The kids these days. When I was your age, this is a classic dialogue, by the way. When I was your age, we were taught to do things on our own. If we didn't like something, we would change it. It was that simple. If you don't like something, change it. And that's how I started chasing a title that would actually suit me. Fortunately, in my 9th grade, I discovered I have a passion for writing. I went on to publish my first book, and the title of my life seemed much clearer now: Akash the Writer. I remember the first copy of my book arriving, and the only person that I wanted to show it to was my father. I went up to him and I said, Dad, what is it, Akash? I published my first book. Here, take a look. I was confused because he didn't say anything, and there were tears in his eyes. And as if to change the topic, I said, Dad, you never told me. What's your title? Didn't you get any titles that you didn't like? He smiled. It doesn't matter, Akash. There will be many things in life people will call you that you won't like. You can't expect everyone to give you a good title now, can you? But what you can do is focus on getting a good title by writing a story worth telling. Now you see, I was a kid. Everything he said went straight over my head. And I asked, so you don't think I'm adopted anymore, right? No, son. I never thought you were adopted. You are adopted. I had learned something invaluable that day, but I was yet to realize it. That night, I went to sleep peacefully, thinking I would show my book off to everyone at school tomorrow. The next morning, my mom woke me up. I rubbed my eyes, but for some reason, it was still dark. I looked at the clock and it was 11 p.m. Why would my mom wake me up? I sat up and my mom gave me a tight hug. Mom, what happened? She didn't respond. My heart started to beat faster. I felt nauseous. I let go of her and I went to my dad's room, and he was right there, sleeping peacefully. Dad, Dad? Dad? For the first time in my life, he didn't say anything. I was greeted by silence that was deafening. Ladies and gentlemen, the contest master asked me, "What's your title?" And the answer is, I don't want one. Because beyond this speech, beyond this room, and beyond the small bubble that we all live in, the ultimate truth is we all are going to die someday. That's right. And these titles will come and go. People will call you many things: the writer, the speaker, the adopted. But when the final chapter of your life will be written, the only title that will truly matter is the one that you earn by writing a story worth telling. Today, I can proudly say that my dad lived such a life, wrote such a story, that today he doesn't need a title to be remembered by. Too often we chase titles forgetting that it's the story that gives them the meaning. So ladies and gentlemen, don't ask yourself what your title is. Ask what story you will leave behind. And if my dad were here today, I'm very sure he'd be sitting in the corner of the room smiling, and he'd be proud. And he would say, "Just to be clear, son, I don't think you're adopted. You are adopted." Thank you. Back to the contest master.